yeah, fuck yeah, bitch! That's what I'm fucking talking about!
And
Nice.
good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That is the excitement level that we hope you have right now. Welcome to, I guess, the first weekly stream with, primarily Lethal Lightning and me. And we have down below My Nerdy Home, Steph.
Hi.
Awesome as always. So I'm going to start with Lethal, the toxic masculinity to my internalized misogyny for this stream. Tell everyone where they can find you, if you want them to find you at all.
Wow. Okay.
You don't go into your channel. You always say something like you're in my dungeon or you're on the corner or forever. So tell them where they could find you this time.
You'll find me at the shopping center reaching groceries that Steph can't reach, and I'll put them into her basket for her.
That's nice. Thank you.
And Steph, tell them about your channel and where they can find you.
You can find me at Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, all at My Nerdy Home. And you can also find me on the Drunk 3PO channel and at Lethal's house, kicking his ass.
Oh, that's hot.
We'll be in the dungeon. Well, we've got some topics that basically news that broke this week. One of which I covered in the video, and then several that articles that we found. So I don't know which one did you. Sorry, I'm gonna ask Lethal this. Which one would you want to cover first? Is there anyone in particular that?
Let's start with Birds of Prey.
All right. So,
nice.
Whenever you have that one open, I found that projection very interesting. That it at the most, at least box office, like domestically, would be at the most 55 million.
Yeah, between what 40 and 60.
Like 49 and 55 million is what I saw, with like 52 being the median.
I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I absolutely love Harley Quinn, and I do like Margot Robbie's interpretation of her, as a standalone film, I'm wondering if she can carry it. You know what I mean? Just because Harley Quinn, to me, she's great, like in the animated series and all that. She's great in like small doses or in an ensemble, which is what this will be. But when I did my video, I was wondering if, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn was so good in the Suicide Squad, because Suicide Squad wasn't so good. So she was like the best of the worst. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised at those numbers, really.
I think they're fairly low, all things considered. I mean, DC, for like years, they've been trying to push Harley Quinn more and more.
Yeah.
I agree. Animated series Harley is my Harley. It's the best Harley.
It is the best Harley.
To go back to my initial introduction here, like honestly, Harley is at her best when she's Joker's punching bag. Like the whole Stockholm syndrome vibe, I feel was like the best stuff about her. Really, how she'd be this total psychopath and be like, "Oh, Mr. J," that's kind of how like we all liked her. Really, I think she was always popular in the animated series because she was only supposed to appear in that one episode, Joker's Favor. Yeah. And then like the whole world was like, who is she? She was crazy. Bring back her. So like, we'll just turn her into Joker's girlfriend. We'll come up with his backstory and all that type of stuff.
And then an interesting backstory too.
It was. It really was. That whole mad love thing, that whole Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. It really she at the end of the day, she really is just a victim of Joker. Like she's just too far deep into all this stuff because of everything that he's done. So she can't turn back. And there's been this real push to like turn her into a hero over the past few years, and it just doesn't work. I mean, she's a murderer. It just doesn't work. But I don't know.
Yeah, she's insane. She's crazy. And I really wish that Suicide Squad went there with the Joker Harley relationship and actually showed that.
Yeah, they touched on it. They have him push her.
Well, they had the Joker in the film, and he should have been.
Oh, but you know what I reckon they go on, Mara. Yeah.
Well, he should have been the villain. I mean, like they should have touched more on their relationship and shown more of the Joker, and he got pushed to the side for Enchantress, and it didn't work for that first film.
It did.
I agree. Like, they had the opportunity. Do you remember the part with the helicopter where he like pushes her out to save her? It's like, fuck off, man. Like, I'm all for her throwing her out of the helicopter. You know, that's what he should do. He should just be like, get out of here, throw out of the helicopter. Like, you know, the classic scenario is they're getting chased by Batman and he just grabs her and throws her out of the car. So Batman has to save her while Joker escapes. Like, the whole lovey-dovey thing was just crap. Like, I did not buy the whole Joker breaking into Arkham to rescue his girlfriend. It's like, she would have just left her to rot.
I know,
man.
he would have just left her there. Yeah,
he would forget. Like, I don't know if you've seen that.
And I hated the reaction to Harley and Joker too after the Suicide Squad movie came out, because it was just like Raylo. You know, people were like, "Oh my gosh, couple goals." I'm like, no, not really. Not really.
I remember that because I had a thing. I was like, well, if you really want a Joker Harley relationship, come here. I'm going to smash your head into a brick wall and hit you with a baseball bat, and you better not call the cops, because that's a Joker Harley relationship. Like, have you seen any of the animated Harley Quinn show? Like, the first episode is Joker like just forgetting about her. Like, oh, that's right, she's in Arkham. Shit, oops. Forgot about that.
That's Joker. That is true Joker. Like, him coming in and breaking her out. No, he would never have done that. And he's not, Margot Robbie did say that he's not in this newest Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah, so, I remember in the trailer, it kind of looked like they killed him off, but I think Mara, was that you?
They did, and I think she just blew up Ace Chemicals, which is like where she was born.
I think that's more symbolic. Thing. And I don't know necessarily that Joker is not in the film. I think that he's just in it very, very briefly, because sort of like the scenes stills I've seen of the filming. There's ones that were going around of her with a bunch of her stuff leaving, like, I guess, like moving out of a place, and there was a shot of what looked like the Joker looking down on her or something like that. So he might be at the very beginning if they do it that way, but I don't know necessarily. Just that
makes sense.
So that, like, but see, that's still dumb, because he wouldn't be watching her leave. He would be doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, he wouldn't be like looking at her leaving and being like, "Oh, she's leaving. She's packing up her stuff." He wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're 100% spot on. 100% spot on. But I still think this opening is projected. Like, I don't think it's going to do overly. Like, I don't think it's going to do, like, you know, it's going to be $1 billion movie. But this just seems low to me. I mean, because there's been this massive push for Harley in recent years from DC. They're kind of turning her into Marvel, into their version of Deadpool, and it is a bit annoying. Like, I'll scroll down a little bit. Like, this whole picture, I think, is just kind of whack, to be honest. Like, I love Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez is my girl. Like, Rosie Perez, if you're watching,
I love her in White Men Can't Jump.
But, like, look at this. Like, this whole image just reeks of wrong to me. Like, you're telling me that's supposed to be Cassandra Cain? Like, dude, Cassandra Cain can beat Batman in a fist fight. I'm like, and I'm looking at that going, no. And is this Kesha?
That's not Kesha. Is that Kesha?
No, that's not Kesha.
No,
but it looks like
Journey Smollett Bell. No, that's not Kesha. Looks like she, but no, that's Jesse Smollett's sister.
Oh
no, shit! Is that his sister?
Yeah, that's his sister.
I did not know that. Did you know that you can go on YouTube and you can watch a video of Kesha drink her own urine? It's nowhere near as hot as it sounds.
Oh my god! Of course you would have found that.
It got sent to me years ago.
Sure.
It was funny. But I just noticed here that she's got Harley's bat and all that, and they're doing the whole roller derby thing. You know,
I do not like the roller derby Harley. That's not my favorite version of Harley at all.
I agree. It's New 52 Harley, and I do own the New 52 Harley in trades. I read them all in trades, and if you got a day to do nothing, whatever, read through it. But it's just not as good. Like, it's going from animated Harley to this, and Margot Robbie, she's my girl. She's Australian, so happy Australia Day. Rock on, sister. Australians, we cannot do Brooklyn accents. We just can't do it. We just sound dumb, and I think she did pretty well.
She did.
She comes across as a little bit of a Fran Drescher at time, you know?
Mhm.
Mr. J! It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Like in
oh.
Suicide Squad when she was introducing herself to Katana.
yes.
I could
Yes.
totally see that. Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh,
It's
am I
nice to
watching The
meet ya.
Nanny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what did it say? 52 million opening.
Yeah, that's like the medians. The range is 49 million to 55 million. So like 52 would be the comfortable middle ground.
Oh yeah, yep. February 7th. But do keep in mind it's the weekend's only release.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey is arguably one of the franchises. Is arguably the franchise film for the month. That's probably true. But I think I like the Birds of Prey, like the team.
Yeah.
I really like the team. I don't think they're that popular to terms of like mainstream though, you know what I mean? Like if you walk down the street and you go up to someone and say Justice League, Avengers, X-Men, you know, they'd be like, yeah, I know that. They go, do you know Birds of Prey? You know, I think most people would be a bit like, oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not popular. I want to see Harley, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy.
Well, that's what in my video I said, like they could have done, like had Gotham City Sirens. You still could have had Harley in the film and capitalized on her popularity from Suicide Squad, but had Birds of Prey fighting the Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah. But see, I think they're scared to do the City Sirens because of Poison Ivy. I feel like that's the character that they don't want. Like that's hard to translate to film, you know, because she uses her feminine wild, you know, that she's very seductive and she's all types of femininity. And that's not something that's very popular right now. So I feel like that's why they didn't do the Gotham City Sirens. That would have been amazing to see, though. I would have loved to see that more than Birds of Prey.
I get what you mean, especially the whole Poison Ivy thing. Like she is a very sensual character. She's all about seduction and that type of stuff, you know. So yeah, you got a point there, but I personally would prefer to see a proper Birds of Prey movie. Like if you came up to me and said, hey, we're doing a Birds of Prey, we're going to have Barbara Gordon as Oracle, we're going to have Huntress, we're going to have Black Canary, they're going to be out in Gotham, you know, they're going to like try to stop Catwoman from stealing jewels or something, I'd be like sitting there like, yep, take my money. And you know, as bad as this looks, and I mean it's probably going to be pretty bad, I'm still going to see this movie day one.
Well, yeah, so am I. Oh.
Yeah, I can't say I'm very excited for it, but I'm kind of looking forward to watching it. Do you think maybe the rumors of the plot are affecting the box office projections?
I don't know if it's that necessarily, because you're going to have people that are going to go opening day like you that are just out of morbid curiosity to see if they are true.
I gotta know. Is this movie really about dick pics and a diamond?
But it could be affecting it in a way, because if they do end up being true, then you have those who are saying that I'm not seeing this film because it looks like a dumpster fire. So
I gotta know. I just gotta know. Like, could you imagine the meeting? They're all getting together like, right, we got all these badass DC characters that also happen to be female, so we can tick that off our box. What's the plot going to be about? We're going to have dick pics in a diamond.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
And we're going to have the kids swallow the diamond.
Well, looks at least from the last trailer that was confirmed. At least the diamond part was, because you saw Cassandra Cain holding it. And Harley Quinn flat out saying you stole from him. So it's like,
yeah, I think you're right. I'm pretty sure it's true.
I don't know if she swallows it, but it's basically saying like, well, just fuck it. We're not going to bother hiding it anymore. It got leaked, so it's just go with it. It's getting released in a week. So
and what's with the whole Black Mask and Victor Zsasz are kind of.
Did you see that he's portrayed as being like flamboyantly gay?
Yeah, I did see that from Ewan McGregor. Yeah. Ewan McGregor needs to shut the fuck up, man. We're talking about a man that was cheating on his wife to the extent that made his daughter disown him and do a spread for Playboy, and he's going to tell me I'm scum? Fuck you. So I don't Black Mask, man. Like when you think of Black Mask, you think of him just walking up to people and just punching them. So, like Mara said, is this going to be a gay bashing movie?
I mean, they make him gay, and then it's like, well, like if you look at the identity politics that these people like to promote, it's either that you root for the gay individual because it's all about that end of it, but then it's girl power. So it's like, which one do you root for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who's more impressed?
And he's supposed to have like a thing for Victor Zaz. I'm sorry, but really?
No. And he's a psychopath. Like, if you read anything about him, it's like there's no way that would be Black Mask. That you would believe that he would become Black Mask.
If you Google image Black Mask, one of the first images you'll see is Black Mask, actual Black Mask, holding a gun with Batman's cowl with a knife through it, pinning it to a door.
Yeah.
Okay, this dude means business.
Yeah.
Nah. He just wants to bang some other dude. Love is love, but I never really took Victor Zaz as swinging that way. Personally, I thought Victor Zaz was more about killing as opposed to getting freaky.
Yeah, totally. Like that's just.
But here's something that I did find interesting, and you did mention it in your video, Mara. The film is really hot with the under 25 demographic, young males followed by young females making it their first choice.
Yeah, I found that it was like I did not know how to react to that.
I don't know what to make of that. I really don't know what to make of that. I'm 25, so I don't fit that.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
You just missed the cut.
Yeah, by about 4 months or something. But why would under 25s particularly care about this movie? What about this is appealing to the youth of today?
Well, it's just.
I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, what is it? Explain it to me.
Well, it's probably going along the lines, if you're looking at if it's the under 25, it's like the girl power mentality. I mean, I can only go off of what it was like for me in college, and it was all about independence, finding yourself, sort of the whole I don't need no man shit, that at least my experience sort of thing. So they're going to go there probably because of that whole angle. Or
but why would an under 25 dude want to see that? Like under 25 dudes want to watch horror movie and pornography.
Probably because they think Margot Robbie's hot, to be honest.
Okay.
Okay. That's the first thing that came to my mind. And like with girls, Harley Quinn is in Suicide Squad, she was like the fun ones, the joke, the hi. So
no, I get that. It was like with the Transformer movies. Like, I love Transformers, but the Michael Bay movies are an abortion. But, you're thinking that and you'd be like, when you close your eyes and you think of Transformers, I think of like Megan Fox, leaning over, like popping the hood. It's like, it's got nothing to do with like Cybertron or anything like that. It's just about a nice pair of tits. So maybe you're right with that demographic of dudes. But the Senate in the chat says he's 16 and he doesn't want to see this shit. The damned, who cares about under 25? They're not even people. What else? What a bitch! What a cuck says. It's really edgy, and everyone is under 25 is edgy.
It's like I don't necessarily want to say it's the Hot Topic crowd, but they're the ones that want to cosplay as Harley Quinn and Joker.
Yeah, that's very true.
Relationship, so
yeah.
And I'm what do you realize how abusive that relationship is, right?
They don't know. They don't know. Yeah,
no,
they just don't know. I mean, they were like, oh my gosh, relationship goals. I want to be just like Joker and Harley. It's like, you really don't, though. You really don't.
I'm going to punch you in the face and leave you to get arrested and do 20 years in jail while I just totally forget about you.
Man, he was always knocking her around in the animated series. Always. It's always knocking her around.
He threw her out of a building.
Yeah.
It was like, fuck off. Like, he was like the ultimate be gone fought moment, He was like, be gone fought and just pushed her out of a window. It was like, what a lad. Poor Harley, though. Because that was like one of the best things about her was the whole I just said it before. What's the thing? Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. Like, she knows.
Not the crowd. Yeah, not the OG. Not the OG. So
they've done this in recent years where they've kind of dumbed down Harley and just sexualized her up. Like, don't get me wrong,
they really did sexualize her up. Yeah,
they really sexualized her. Like, okay, but never forget that Harley Quinn originally was really smart.
Yeah,
like, she was a genius, and she was like really good at gymnastics and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
that
was
why.
A gymnast.
She was really smart, and that was why they put her as a shrink for Joker. They're going, right, we're going to put you up against like the toughest case to crack, man. So, and then she ended up, becoming Harley Quinn because her name's Harleen Quinzel, put it together and all that sort of stuff. So it was like this real tragic story. And these movies, especially in Suicide Squad, what really stood out to me was like, I can pretty much see what Margot Robbie had for breakfast, and I wouldn't mind a piece of that myself. But she is just so dumb. So dumb.
She is.
She does come across as dumb. Even in the shrink, scene where she's like, I got your little kitty cat.
Yeah.
Little kitty cat. It's like, what is that?
It comes off as like, I don't necessarily want to say like a valley girl, but that's what she comes across to me. And like Lethal said, she was an intelligent woman, like her character, and who was broken in a way by the Joker.
Yeah, and they don't show her being, this professional. They automatically jump her into she's already in love with the Joker. They never they didn't show any of the backstory of Harley, which it's so lacking in her character. You really need to see that. We need to see that she was a professional, a very intelligent woman, and then she just kind of had this break because she fell for the Joker, and they didn't show any of that. She just kind of came across as this ditzy Joker fangirl who really wanted to study the Joker.
Yes.
That's it. That's what we were thrown into. So you never really see that other side of her.
Because the way they do it in the anime series is like he slowly breaks her down.
Yeah.
He's like this criminal genius. It's the Joker, for fuck's sake. And he, from the day he sees her, he's like, yeah, I'm going to destroy this person. Because that's what he does. And he just slowly chips away at her. Like, they don't show any of like Batman kicking the crap out of the Joker, and then him coming in like all busted up, and then Harley being like, "Oh, this is a bit extreme."
Yes. Oh man. Yeah, I remember that.
Like you said, she just goes in like instantly, and she's all like,
I know. Yeah, she's instantly a fangirl of his, and just instantly in love with him, and it's just kind of like very, very off-putting. It's incredibly off-putting, and it totally destabilizes their actual relationship in like the animated series and the comics. It just throws it all out the window, and they're just like now this couple, I guess, to look up to. He's like this hard to get bad boy that she's trying to get.
Maybe we stop romanticizing these types of bad boys. Not what you want to aspire to in a relationship.
I know.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
But really. I also found it almost comical in a way, for want of a better words, that the budget, at least according to this article, before the marketing is like $97.1 million.
Okay. That was the budget?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so basically, like for marketing, you have that. So it's like $130 some million. Yeah. And they would need to make almost 300 basically to break even.
To break even.
Yeah.
Well, down the bottom, they kind of mention some numbers. So Shazam, a slightly more deeper universe DC superhero, opened up to 53.5 million and ended up making 140 domestic.
And I think that movie, I think, did so well because of word of mouth. Because nobody really knew Shazam. But when people went to go see it, they were just like, this movie is awesome. I think that movie did as good as it did because of word of mouth. Like everybody was just like, you have to go and see Shazam. It's such a good movie.
This one here is going to have to rely on positive word of mouth.
It is.
And if the leaks turn out to be true, and if it ends up being the dumpster fire that people think it is, that word of mouth is going to spread. And you also have to factor in China really does not put up with any social justice shit.
No, they really don't. And I'm worried that if the movie doesn't, perform as well as they want it to, I really don't want them to go like the Little Women Captain Marvel route, and be like, oh, you're just not going to see it because it's, women. They're
going to do that.
I really hope they don't do that, because that would just be, just a kick in the face from DC. It really would, because so far they've done pretty well to kind of skate that line and not do that.
I don't think DC would do it. I don't think that they're at least not as dumb as Disney and Marvel is. But we are going to see those reasonings from people like, the social justice side of things, like, oh, you're just not seeing it because of it's all women or like female leads kind of thing. And
yeah, like I really hope that there's, oh man, I just know that there's going to be articles, and I just don't want to read them. They're coming.
Well, of course they are. It's going to be written by a bunch of people that have never read a comic book in their life, telling me what I should.
I know that they're gonna. I know they're coming. I don't want to read it because it's ridiculous to me.
So I think the question is, though, because like you mentioned with the whole word of mouth thing, I'd say it's fair to say that Shazam is way less popular than Harley Quinn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like mainstream normies and all, whatever you want to say.
Mhm.
But what if, just hypothetically, what if this movie is good? What if there is no dick pics and a diamond? The worst part is just these trashy costumes. But what if you watch it and then you're like, holy crap, they actually did something pretty good here?
That would be amazing. I would love that.
I think, ideally, we'd all love it. But do you think it would boost it up quite significantly?
Well, yeah, because then it would be a positive word of mouth. And that's what a lot of people wait to hear is from people they trust, whether it's like YouTube reviewers or friends and family. So if they're saying, oh, don't like trust the trailers, is that movie's actually really good, well, then you're gonna have more people going to see it. But then you have the opposites where people are anticipating a negative word of mouth, then that's going to affect not only the first weekend but the second weekend, because you're going to see a major drop.
That's true.
Yeah.
One thing with that was I remember seeing the trailer for Alita and just instantly being like, nah, this looks whack. And then everyone was in my ear going, go see it. And I saw it and I was like, yeah, this is great. But Trey Corney has a good comment. He says they won't pull that crap because in 2 months, because Wonder Woman 2 is in 5 months. So if they turn around and go, no,
that's true. That is true. Yeah.
We really don't want to tick off DC fans with that.
Don't want to. Yeah, you really don't want to tick off DC fans with that crap, with that social justice crap. And
we'll
tank this bitch.
It will. Yeah. What?
We'll tank this bitch. Yeah, we will. They have no idea what we are capable of, basically. So.
Did you see though that they did show more of the Huntress outfit, and it does get better. I don't think I saw her with a cape though, but I'm pretty sure she gets like the eye mask with the bat things coming out of her. But even like the first costume they showed of her, where she just had like that shortcut shirt and like the black pants and all that, I thought that was a decent alternative costume. Like I'd very much prefer like actual Huntress, but it looks all right to me. Like I'd say out of all of them, just based on this picture, I'd say Huntress is the best costume, but that's not
it's not much. No, that's the understatement of the year for that picture, basically.
Like Harley looks god awful.
Yeah,
she does. We haven't even talked about that. She really does. They made her look so bad.
Cassandra, I don't know what's going on with Cassandra.
She looks like Short Round's chubby sister in this.
Oh my god!
I'm looking at her like that's supposed to be Cassandra Cain. I don't believe it. It's like obvious not believing that's Black Canary on the far right because she's supposed to be Dinah Lance, and that's not Dinah Lance.
Yeah.
But looking at Cassandra Cain, it's like
Cassandra's
an 80 movie set, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Cassandra's the one you'd never guess who she is unless they told you repeatedly. That's Cassandra Cain. That's Cassandra Cain. And then you'd have someone be like, okay, I wonder who Cassandra Cain is. And they Google Cassandra Cain. It's going to come up with Batgirl, Black Bat, Orphan, and they're going to look at that. They're going to look at that and be like, okay, oh, wow, oh, that's pretty cool. And they're going to look at this image and be like,
pretty much, yeah. That's not Cassandra Cain. That's no.
Yeah.
And yeah, Tugs, she said in the chat, and I said this. That was the first thing I said when I did the trailer reaction months ago. I was like, she talks way too much to be Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain doesn't talk. She hardly talks, and she doesn't talk in full sentences. She just says, "Help! I go with you. No, we fight. No more run. Fight." That's all she says. Stuff like that. Like they say that her first language is violence. Like whenever she looks at someone, she sees like 5 ways to like kill them. Like they do like the comic panels for like how she sees people.
And you got a little hint of that in the trailer of that violence, but
where? Please refresh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm I'm trying to remember the second trailer, and I'm not.
It's very forgettable. It's
Yeah.
very forgettable. But Harley, like, holy crap, man!
She
Wow.
doesn't. Someone, I can't remember who said it, but someone said like they managed to make her look ugly.
Yeah.
Like an ugly Harley Quinn. And
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, they managed to make like at least 4 grown women who are arguably attractive, like beautiful women, unattractive in this film. How do you manage that?
that's pretty true. That's pretty true. I mean, Margot Robbie is a really, really good-looking girl.
Oh, she's a babe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lethal Jade forever.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, but she, like Margot Robbie, is a very good-looking woman, and they somehow.
Yeah. I mean, look at her. She's gorgeous.
It's like they piled on the white makeup too much on her. She looks way too pale. At least, like the way that they're trying to portray her in this film.
Because look at her in like Wolf of Wall Street. Look at the makeup they put on her in Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at her. Then I'm going to hit back. So look how she looks in this, man.
Well, they had it right next to it, the Wolf of Wall Street photo. A close-up of it.
I didn't know. I missed that. But they had like, you know, like her in Wolf of Wall Street was like,
Yeah.
you know, like scarily good looking. Then you're looking at this and it's like, I might need some elevation assistance on this one. She's just not hot. She's just not hot, you know. Like, which is kind of funny because before we were talking about how DC's really sexualized Harley lately in like all other forms of media, and then you look at her in this one. I don't know. I think Margot Robbie got her hands a little too deep into this one personally and just started doing crazy stuff. Like she just wanted to be like, hey, let's all just do some fucking meth and make a movie. And that's kind of what happened. Like, because wasn't this originally supposed to be a solo Harley Quinn movie? Because that's also a fantastic idea.
I think it was. But
Yeah.
also, if you go on IMDb and you type in Gotham City Sirens, that comes up with that picture. Like it was supposed to be Gotham City Sirens, or at least under that title for a while. And you can still find it on the Internet Movie Database.
Huh. Interesting. Now, do you think it will top Shazam?
I think, in a way, it will because more people know Harley Quinn. There are probably more people who would say that they're fans of Harley Quinn than they are of Shazam. However, I just want to see like the opening box office numbers because I don't want to say I want to say hopefully that they would make less than the $55 million because I kind of want to send a message to studios where you like don't basically peddle this shit to us. But at the same time, I think part of me thinks it'll make more opening weekend because you have that under 25 demographic that's been basically, if you saw on Twitter, they've been like a religious fervor standing this film.
Yeah, but those are like the same people as like Brie bots and all that type of shit.
Yeah, no. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think they're probably close on their projections.
Yeah.
Also like want to see like worldwide box office, how much of an appeal she has worldwide. That's the thing.
Look, Margot Robbie was known worldwide as that hot Australian girl, and then you look at this one and you're like, oh, she's not really that hot anymore. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, I do think personally she is a good actress, but she became famous because she's fucking stunning, man. You know? Like, and then you look at this going, oh, she's not really that hot anymore.
Yeah, they managed to just make her look terrible.
Which is impressive in itself. How do you get something that's like on her worst day, she's like an 8 out of 10, and then you're looking at this and you're like, ugh.
And then can someone tell me the point of her naming her hyena Bruce when they're Bud and Lou in the comics?
I think the Bruce thing was supposed to be like a Batman
nod to Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Get it? You guys are dumb.
Pretty much.
I did think that was kind of stupid as well. Bud and Lou, you know, we just know them as Bud and Lou. You look them up, you go, Bud and Lou, you know, you watch the show, Bud and Lou, you read the comics, she's Bud and Lou, you know, then you get to this, it's like, it's Bruce.
Pretty much.
Did you, That hyena, I was so excited to see that she had a hyena, but then it laughed.
Oh,
Did you see it laugh?
Yeah. Yeah, it laughed at the end or something like that. Yeah.
And I was like, no.
Tugs, yeah. She says in the trailer it's named after Bruce Wayne. She calls him a hottie. That's okay. I forgot about that. That's
I'm saying, what was there was really no point other than, hey, name drop. You know,
pretty much.
That's the only reason.
I mean, they do that thing where like she bumps into Bruce Wayne and she was like, "Oh, hi," you know, like in the animated series where she's like, "You're really good looking," you know, she like flirt with him.
Yeah,
and
I remember
like,
that part. And she's out with her. She's out with her hyenas. She's out with her babies too in that part.
Bud and Lou.
With Bud and Lou. And those damn hyenas, they are vicious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, except when it comes to Harley Quinn. You know, because
they
takes
growl
care
up
of them.
They growl up at Joker and shit.
Yeah, yeah. They're. But then in the trailer, the hyena's just like, I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
What is that? No, it should be growling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
This
know,
whole thing.
When they see a stranger, it just growls at them. They're vicious and
I
it
hope
just
there's no
laughed.
MCU too.
Look, for me personally, I see this as on a personal level, it's a win-win because I either get to see all the memes about dick pics in a diamond, or I get a decent movie. Either way, I win. You know, we got ABC in the chat. Imagine what he's going to do if these leaks are true.
Yeah. Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like if this movie's crap, it's probably going to set back. You know, like, what wasn't that rumor? Like, if this does well, they're going to look into Gotham City Sirens. So I would love to see a Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah,
but
they should have started with that.
They
if
should
they
have
used Harley. But I'm like, so I don't necessarily want to say it'll set it back, but it will hurt their bottom line if it does end up being a dumpster fire.
I'm scared that it is going to be a dumpster fire. Because the trailers just look like.
Well, it's horrible. Like what I notice, like typically, and I don't want to say this is always the case, but if you look at trailers, normally there's enough of a difference between the trailers, like from like whatever the first one is to whatever second or third one is, or however many they show. And in these cases, like with other movies, it's almost the same scene. So it's like they're afraid to show you anything else in this film, and that is not going to bode well, I don't think.
Or do you think maybe they just don't want to spoil too much? Like, you know, in recent years, you know, that's been a big talking point. It's like trailers show too much these days.
Well, I mean, it's one thing not to show too much, but you have like a nearly 2 hour long movie. You can't pull different scenes in a 2 minute long trailer. Like, I'm not saying you have to be completely different scenes, but I'm saying 2 hours, 2 minute trailer. You can't come up with different scenes to show.
No, fair point. Fair point.
I'm saying, like, you know, just from experience of movies getting released and looking at the trailers, I've noticed that if they don't show a lot, then that's probably not a good sign.
No,
at least a difference, a noticeable difference between the first one to the last one.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's a fair comment. I get you. So Star Wars grill.
Lethal's dead.
Star Wars grill. That's funny, man.
But that's just. I'm not saying that's like end all be all argument that like if you see that, then the movie's going to suck. But that's just from what I've noticed.
What do you think of this one from Sister Haro? I just lost it. Was just reading a post that says Margot wanted to use lesser known characters.
I
mean, I could kind of see it, but in a way, Black Canary is still well known, and Huntress is relatively well known. So it's not like they're less like.
I can see why she would want to use lesser known characters just because it's her movie, right? And if you had Gotham City Sirens and you had Catwoman and Poison Ivy alongside her, people would be focusing on those two characters and how well those actresses perform and how well, you know, they do in the movie as opposed to Margot Robbie, because we've already seen Margot Robbie in Suicide Squad as Harley Quinn. So they would kind of, overshadow her. So I can see, like, as an actress, why she would want to use lesser known characters so that she kind of stands out in her own movie, as opposed to like focus being taken away from her.
Kind of like a strategic move of like basically, I'm going to showcase lesser known characters because I want to put them in the spotlight. Oh yeah, by the way, everyone knows me basically, so
yeah,
well, that will be on me basically. So
that could be another way to say it. Like, I like the idea of lesser known characters. Like you watch like DC animated movies, and personally, I think it's gotten to the point where it's like, oh my god, why is Batman even in this movie? Just because he's Batman and he sells. Like the Justice League Dark movie, I loved Batman in it. He had some fantastic parts, but it was like, we really need that. You just put him in here because Batman sells. So I love the idea of pushing.
What movie I did not, or animated movie I did not like was Batman and Harley Quinn. I didn't like it.
That was horrible. I saw that.
I hated it so much.
I saw that in the cinema. They normally release one animated movie in the cinema for one day at one screening here.
Yeah.
And me and my cousin, we always go. And we went and saw that movie because it was the one that was showing. And I think it was like MA rated or something. And we saw the first 5 minutes. And I will say the first 5 minutes is really good because it's really violent. So I'm like, okay, let's see what we got here. And then like 20 minutes later, we got fucking Harley Quinn farting in the Batmobile.
I was just about to say, we see fart jokes, like farting Harley Quinn. I was like, what the fuck is this?
And the way they advertise it as well, it's like, dude, we got Kevin Conroy, we got the guy that played Nightwing, we got like a lot of these
they're voicing the characters, and then we get like this fucking stupid 12-year-old movie.
And the way it ends as well, she's like, I just set him on fire. And they got not Penny, they got the other blonde chick from Big Bang Theory to voice Harley. And now they got Penny to voice Harley.
She's voicing Harley now, from now on, isn't she?
No. The movie had, I can't remember the character's name, but it wasn't Penny.
Bernadette.
Bernadette. They had Bernadette voicing Harley in that movie, and now in the animated series, the new one, they have Penny voicing.
Kaylee Cuoco.
That's the one. Yep, and she does a way better Harley. Yeah. And how come we haven't mentioned that Harley Quinn rapes Nightwing in that movie?
Well,
oh yeah! Oh my god!
Right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, she totally does, doesn't she?
She rapes him. She ties him.
He's all tied up, and she rapes him.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, that's all you can say to that. Pretty much.
Look at Ryan. He's like, that's a fucking imposter.
And you know what was weird? Like when we went and saw that movie, it was a pretty full cinema, and it was so divided. It was like half was like me and my cousin's age at the time when the movie came out, and the other half was like family with kids. And we're like, well, I don't know who this movie's for, because there's parts where this is just a movie for 4-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes later, we have a rape scene. So what's going on here, man? Like, I don't know. It didn't make any sense. That whole movie was just horrible.
It was really bad.
Yeah, I did not like it.
I'm mad I bought it. I bought it because I wanted to watch it.
Yeah. See, I was lucky enough to see it in the cinema, so I don't have to own it. But you could argue I paid to see it, so I'm even worse.
Yeah.
Well, it was really bad. Oh, well, is that enough of Birds of Prey?
Yeah, I think we covered just about everything that we can cover about this movie.
Yeah.
We'll see what news comes out in the next, week? Roughly 2 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. What's the chat?
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah.
What's the chat saying? Let's bring up the chat. Have a look. Yeah, Smooth Jam's here. Good to see him. Great to see the dynamic duo together. Oh, you're talking about Steph and Mara. Also, the Birds of Prey film looks whack as hell. I agree. Yeah. The Suicide Squad Arrow was much better. Yeah, I forgot. Nightwing 2. Nightwing 2. Batman Under the Red Hood is the best Batman animated movie.
Did he say the Suicide Squad and Arrow was better? Is that
he did.
Yes.
Check the ends.
There was something better than Suicide Squad movie.
Oh.
Oh, let's get Ryan on. We invited Ryan. Now he's free.
That's like Steph going.
Mara's cool. What was I saying? Batman Under the Red Hood is my personal favorite Batman movie. My personal favorite.
That movie is boss. I love that movie.
I could argue it's the rule, like the book is always better. I think this movie might be the exception. and the book's pretty freaking good. But Mask of the Phantasm is a perfect Batman movie. It's not my
Mask
favorite.
of the Phantasm is really, really good too, as well. Yeah, that is an outstanding movie. But I love Under the Red Hood.
Did you want me to link him, or
He's got something to show.
All right, hold on. I'll send a link to him.
Yeah, it's to do with the Suicide Squad movie. There was something. David Ayer came out and dropped some sort of diggity bomb. Will's here. What's up here? The nerdy and the lethal. Okay, then it's like the pinky and the brain. You know, one is a genius, the other's insane. A laboratory mice whose genes have been spliced. The pinky, and the brain.
Yes.
That was a great show. That was a great show.
It was.
I love Animaniacs.
Animaniacs.
That show would not fly today. At least a chunk of that show would not fly today. The whole Hello Nurse.
Oh yeah.
It would not fly.
That was great. All right. What's next, Mara?
Well, I mean, it's up to you. We got the Green Lantern news, Aquaman. How about The Witcher? Because that's still kind of big. The animated series is coming to Netflix.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll bring that up. Do you want to give a quick... All right, here we go. Netflix orders a Witcher anime following success of the live-action show. Produced by legendary animation house Studio Meh. Said that wrong, probably. Look at him. This is a man who has to kill monsters to support his hooker-addicting ways.
Nice.
You can relate
to your Witcher Valley plenty.
Yeah.
You're talking Witcher?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yep. So
Ryan can back me up on this. You know, like when you're doing too many whores, you can't afford it, so you have to go kill some monsters to make some money.
Oh, dude.
Literally,
if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I wouldn't have to kill monsters.
Literally episode 3 in a nutshell.
Ryan, you have something to show?
Yeah. Let me share my screen real quick. I don't have too long because I gotta do a couple other things, but I did want to show you. I feel like I'm freezing up.
Okay.
All right. So somebody asked David Ayer this question. He said, "Sir, are these the original Enchantress thugs from your original cut?"
Ooh.
And if you see them, because that was one of the big complaints, it was just these like mass blobs that didn't make any sense. Yeah. Well, it turns out that not only did Warner Brothers meddle with Justice League a lot, they meddled with Suicide Squad a lot. We've heard a lot of people talk about this.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
That was they edited and re-edited that bullshit.
Yeah, because of the bloody shitty Batman v Superman reaction where everyone had a mental breakdown.
Exactly.
Wake the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And so David Ayer responds, "This is a mock-up parademon head that was 3D printed." So that was originally supposed to be those things. They were supposed to be parademons, not just random pieces of clay that people shot or whatever.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so then someone says, so the parademons were re-assimilated people, which would have been consistent with Zack Snyder's Justice League, where I guess the anti-life equation has something to do with changing their will. And he says, yes, it was just like the comics. So we've got so much more. Release the Snyder Cut.
Yeah,
definitely.
Tie-ins here. How
so
Warner
good.
Brothers just absolutely just F themselves.
They did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ryan, we might need to assemble the Horsemen soon, Ryan. This is a big one.
I'm always for assembling the Horsemen and the Horsemen, whatever we need to do. Abu Nas has a celebration. I think I'm supposed to be on at some point tonight too.
Yeah, I thought I'd be on for a little bit. If be still on when the stream is over. So
when did David Ayer put that out? Just now? Just recently?
On January 20th. I put out a video about it. Steph saw it.
I missed that.
Yeah, that's all right.
I
put out I put out like a DC roundup video because so much little stuff came out that was not like I didn't feel like I needed to make a whole video on it. So I just made like a 13-minute all this DC news, including gender swapped Flash rumors.
I was just about to say that. Did you see
that? Founding in the comments, the rumors.
You don't believe it? I hope it's not true. That would be some bullshit if they did that. There's no reason to gender swap him.
Part of me doesn't think they will, but then part of me won't be surprised if they do.
They better not.
I also saw a rumor today that they're looking at Matthew McConaughey as Reverse Flash. So there's just rumors flying all around.
Yeah.
That's the reaction. No, probably not.
Barry's like, should I go back in time and save my mom? And you reverse
All
Flash
right,
is
all
like,
right, all right.
all right, all right, all right.
Yeah.
Here it is. I really like Bounding into comics.
Mhm.
I got nothing. Like, I'm not saying anything bad about Bounding into comics. I'm a big fan of those guys. I mean, Super Heretics in the chat. If I was to talk bad about Bounding into comics, I'd lose about 50% of the content I make. But I just don't believe it. Like,
Well, it's just a rumor, just like anything else. You know what I mean? I mean, somebody says something on Reddit, and it kind of takes off, and there it is. You had a lot of publications that picked up on it. It wasn't just Bounding into comics either.
Oh, really? It's just blown up a bit.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's
one I read,
blown up. Like they're basically, it's like they're talking to her, and it's all speculation of what she could play. And it's like, ooh, like wouldn't it be like fascinating if it was a reverse Flash?
No.
It's dumb. Why don't they just get?
It's stupid, but I'm saying like it just basically blew up.
There's a good chance, that she is in the movie, and she's probably just playing Barry's mother.
Yeah, I'm saying like that's why they're like all she is in talks, so it's like not even definite that she's even going to be part of it.
Yeah.
And then this whole speculation came about that about her playing Reverse Flash and how that could be fascinating take on the character, even though most people are going to look at it going, no, that's the stupidest movie you could possibly make.
Look, a lot of these things when they swap a character, like they gender swap a character, they do try to have some sort of argument around that, even though 9 out of 10 times it's completely retarded. But this one, there's just no grounds for any form of argument about this. It's like, give me one scenario where this makes sense.
No, like most of the times it doesn't, because they're doing it just for the sake of appeasing a certain crowd that's going to bitch about the movie, whereas that crowd wouldn't be seeing the movie to begin with at all, because they should be marketing it toward those who know the characters, who are fans of DC.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's hard for studios to pick up that little tidbit of knowledge.
Maybe it's because they don't think it would be believable for Ezra Miller to actually beat up a guy.
Probably not. I would think that is a fair point.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever just Googled Ezra Miller dress?
I like my sanity, and I like being able to use my eyes, so I don't get blind looking at it.
I have with you before, Ryan. Look at
Yeah.
this shit.
What
Oh
is
my
that?
God, no.
This is your Barry Allen.
Oh,
Fucking true.
come on.
Pull up
Thank
some
you.
of them. Pull up the bunny one.
Oh God, come on.
I could. Oh my God.
You could have lived your entire life not knowing this.
Yeah.
I know
Totally.
the way he swings, but dear God, man, have some fucking dignity.
I don't know. He looks pretty proud.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Why would you bring that up right now? I already didn't like him.
It's to show you that even God has flaws.
Zack Snyder made a big bad. And what an ass, what a bitch, what a cock, of course. Ezra Miller is the best live action Flash.
No, he's not.
Yes.
That one's for you.
I've never done battle. Shut the fuck up, Ezra Miller. That's a Joss Whedon line. When
Well,
Zack
push
Snyder
people and run away.
when Zack Snyder heard that, someone asked him, someone asked on Vero, was like, was that your line when Ezra Miller says, I've never done battle? And Zack just responded with WTF.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just push people and
Oh.
run away. And I'm like, that's not the Flash.
True.
We know.
Tugs, I've known plenty of gay people. Not I don't know any of them that dress like that.
I'm saying I know which way
Yeah.
he swings. I have no problem with that. I'm just saying have some dignity. Like, because I know basically gay people as well. My friend, when I was at tech school in down in Texas for my Air Force training, lesbian. Like you basically, so it's like I'm fine with that, but no guy, gay or straight, should wear a dress. I'm sorry.
What about a kilt?
Kilts are fine because that's tradition, like Scottish tradition. But a dress like that with bunny ears.
What if it just feels good to let my dick breathe?
Are you trying to, get our permission to wear a kilt?
I think he is.
I think
Well,
Ryan
yeah,
needs to
because
wear
he
a
also,
dress.
I told him, because that when we were doing the Ladies of the Phantom Menace stream, that he'd have to, if he identified as a woman, he could come on. So
You remind me of James Charles.
Yeah.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
Me?
He does.
No, not you.
Ryan.
Ezra
Oh,
Miller.
yeah. Good.
I see more. in
Yes,
Ryan.
Ryan. You remind me of James Charles.
All right, where are we? Ryan, did you end up finishing watching Witcher?
Yeah, I did.
All right, what did you think of it?
I'm out of this conversation because I haven't finished yet. So
Okay, we won't go into details
proceed.
about it. Yeah, we won't go into details about it.
Henry Cavill wasn't like even really a part of the end. It was kind of a little bit of a disappointment for me.
Oh
Like
my God, Steph!
the
Look at the
last-
quarter chat. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
the last like I don't know, like 30 minutes, I feel like Henry Cavill like wasn't really a part of it. It was just kind of sad. Oh my God.
Okay, I'll send it to you, Lethal, so you can see what to add.
Let's screen
Oh my
share it now.
God. I
Show it
love
to
you,
me.
ABC.
Bring it
I don't
live.
have it
Bring
on my
live.
screen.
I'll screen share. I got you.
Yeah, because I don't have Twitter up, or at least everything up. So
This is
Yeah.
not a real picture.
yeah,
Can you get rid of Apollo's comment?
yeah.
please, so can see
I
it?
didn't mean to click on that. Sorry. So stop sharing your screen, Lethal. So
You should be able to see mine if you scroll down a little bit.
oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
That is the best.
Yes,
He does good work, y'all.
he does.
He does very good work.
He does.
Oh,
He's fast as fuck too.
Yeah, that surprisingly works. It's believable.
yeah. Yeah.
Where is that like crooked ass face of mine from?
He finds them. I don't know how.
It's like I'm having a stroke or something. Look at my face.
Yeah.
Wow. He did another one pretty quickly.
God. Yeah.
Mara?
What?
That's hot.
Yeah.
It suits
Bring
you.
Oh my God.
I get
Blonde
the
nerdy
I like that
woman.
one.
I will come to Australia just to smack you.
I get to be Pinky in this one. Narf.
Yep.
ABC says that's what you deserve, Ryan. Admit that Ezra Miller is good. No, I won't. Listen, I think that Ezra Miller would actually be a great impulse. I think he would be a great Bart Allen. I think he'd be spot on. I think he's a terrible Barry Allen. I just do. It doesn't make any sense. That's not Barry Allen in my mind.
No.
Even Wally West would be more acceptable, but he's still not really Wally West either. If they do an impulse movie, he's my man. But ugh,
So what you're basically saying is it's enough for me, dog.
Yeah, it's a nah for me, dog. Oh, that's hot.
All right, let's get into the Witcher stuff. Following the success of the Netflix live-action Witcher series, the streaming giant has ordered a new anime film from Korean animation studio, Studio Mir, whatever. Netflix hasn't released any details about the show yet, but a press release states that the anime will explore a powerful new threat facing the continent. It also says that The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf will expand in the world of The Witcher's live-action show. The Witcher, it's unclear if the two will work canonically with another. I'm going to assume so. I'm going to assume they're going to be together. Casting announcement haven't been made. Showrunner Lauren
Histrich. Uche interviewed her.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Tweeted that she kept the anime a secret for more than a year.
I wish you would have done an interview with her on camera.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Someone with Collider.
For more than a year, which is possibly a sign of how long the project has been in development. I like that. I like that idea. They planned this out. So it's not like it's been successful and Netflix has just been like, do more. That's like they've already had this in the works.
I think Histrich was, I read an article where she was giving an interview and she said that they have enough material for at least 7 seasons to work with.
But does that include the animated one?
I don't know. She didn't say. Just that they have like plenty of material to work with. So it is possible that it could have included the animated series if it's been planned for that long.
I like it. You know, more which is better. You know, considering how long it's going to take for season 2 to come out, something to tie me over would be nice. The team working on The Nightmare of Wolf includes The Witcher producers, those guys. Studio Mer is best known for their work on popular beloved animated series like The Legend of Korra. I haven't seen that one. And Voltron, Legendary Defender. Netflix announced yesterday that its quarter 4 2019 earnings report more than 76 million accounts watched The Witcher in its first 4-week release. Woo!
How many?
Woo!
36 million accounts. Yeah, it was popular.
Well, Netflix has like 140 million subscribers or something, right?
So that's like
They're
half
pretty.
their
They're
people.
pretty big. They still have it. At least I think they have more than Disney Plus. They still are beating Disney with subscribers.
That makes
Oh, it's
sense.
not even close. Disney Plus has like 20 million or something.
Yeah. So,
But they are brand new.
Yeah.
well, they're brand new, but then a lot of people only got Disney Plus to watch The Mandalorian, and then they all got rid of their subscriptions once it was over.
I wonder how many people actually did that. I would like to know how many people canceled when that show was done. Well,
I'm gonna have it for I think until next September or October for free. So after that, for me, I'll cancel it probably before Mandalorian season 2. I guess I'll pirate that.
I can send you some links. But yeah, 76. You know, if that's like half their
That's a lot.
accounts watch their show in the first 4 weeks, man. Whew.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, I mean, and you gotta imagine, you gotta think how many Netflix accounts are shared too.
That's true. I had Netflix for a few years, and it was my cousin's account, and I just gave him $5 a month, you know, to help him cover all the screens. And then he got rid of it, and then I just said, "Fuck it, I never wanted it."
That's a good point that Disney isn't worldwide yet. It hasn't even released in the UK, not till March.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
we got
true,
some
man.
people saying they did cancel it. Like Tug says that, and Sister Harrow says that.
Yeah.
Sister Harrow's a beast. Look, I like Trey. Trey has the best one. Trey has the best one. Fuck yo, no, underneath that.
Trey. Oh, there
I
you go.
pirated it. Fuck you all. I pirated that shit. What a lad. What a lad.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, then, all things considered, how do you feel about an animated Witcher? Would you even care? Is this your
Yeah,
cup of tea?
I'm not as attached to it as everyone else is. I did think it was really good. I would have liked a little more Henry Cavill, a little more Witcher in The Witcher, to be quite honest. But let's say I'm interested in season 2, especially once everything started coming together and you realized how the timelines were aligning. I feel like the show's really just getting started in a way.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
So
she went into that as well, like why they chose to do it the way they did, because they wanted to be able to show all 3 of them and their stories at the same time versus, okay, one show here, one show here, one show here, which have been, I think, kind of disjointed if you think about it. But then at the same time, it's if they had just had, as you said in the Witcher stream that I did, like just text down at the bottom, present day, 40 years prior, like little things like that, it would still would have worked. They still could have done it. So
Yep.
yeah.
I agree. But what about with like, because this is animated, you could get Henry Cavill to do the voice, but would you rather just get the guy from the games? Because they sound sort of similar.
either one would work. Either one would work. So
I think Cavill would do it for a relatively reasonable price. But I think he cares so much about it. I don't think he'd like hold him hostage about it. So yeah, I'd be down for animated. I love animated stuff. You know, you guys were talking DCAU before I got in here. I love the DC animated universe. There's so much more you can do, and
yeah, good animation. I love. It's whenever they have abortions, like the new Thundercats cartoon that comes out. That's where I'm like, no, no. Like,
Thundercats. Whoa.
But if it's like anime, like what they're saying, that could be really good.
I'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
if we get into the Aquaman one.
I gotta bring up some quick Thundercat stuff though, man, because this is just god awful. Like, man, how did this even happen? Do you know what's funny? Here's the images. But I'll tell you what's funny about this is every now and then, you know, like every fortnight or so often, on the way back from work, it looks horrible. I will go past my dad's house just to pop in and say hi. And out of nowhere, he goes, "Did you fucking see what they did to Thundercats?" And I was like, "Yeah, I saw it." And he's looking through it, and he had some very choice words about it.
Yeah.
Old school,
God.
you know.
That
He was
looks
just going
awful.
on about
No.
Who's this made for?
it. I don't know, man.
Not for
I don't-
Thundercats fans, as they
The-
claim. No.
The mentally challenged.
Yeah. I'm thinking like
Jesus.
growing up on Thundercats and that style of animation. I'm like, you couldn't do that. You have to
Yeah, it is.
literally dumb it down to the stupidest demographic and say that you're doing it for Thundercat fans. I
No.
don't believe you. I don't believe you at all.
It's just gotten worse. Like, look at like the new Scooby-Doo cartoons and all that. You go, it looks fucking worse than
Yeah.
it did before. Like, it's all going backwards. Like Thundercats, Thundercats was always kind of, like cool and tough.
It's probably
you know?
because it's cheaper to animate like that.
Yeah, but it's just crap. The problem with that is if you don't put the money in, like, yeah, okay, every now and then you have something like Joker, which is in relatively comparison is a cheap thing that makes $1 billion. But if you're not prepared to put in money into your animation in an animated show, you end up with something like Speed Racer, where his legs don't even fucking move when he's walking, and his jaw only goes down to about here, and like 6 ways will come out. Hey, I'm gonna go Speed Racer.
Yeah.
It just looks crap, man. Like Thundercats was always cool. It was always like, yeah, we're gonna sit down and watch some Thundercats, man. Then I'm gonna go out back with my friends. We're gonna do some backyard wrestling. It's gonna be awesome. And then I'm sitting there, so I'll be watching this new Thundercats Raw, and I'll be thinking like, this is what Ezra Miller would watch. Basically, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, this just looks god awful, absolutely god awful. I don't know, like, why they'd even do it. Like, who approved this? How did this come up? And why? Like, if someone came up to you and said, we're going to do a new Thundercats, and it was like, like this, for example, you'd be like, yeah, okay, Thundercats, rock on.
Yeah.
And then they said, no, this is what we got. We just got this thing going, no! Like, it's
Oh my god!
I don't know.
This looks so bad.
It's basically the mentally challenged working for the mentally challenged at this point, because no sane person running a studio should have okayed that.
yeah.
I don't care how cheap it is. You look at that and going, no, you'll piss off old school fans, and it's not going to endear it to the new ones.
It's annoying me. I'm getting it off screen. Fuck
Yeah.
Thundercats Raw. And then you get those arguments where it's like, oh, you're not even watching it, so why do you care? I'm going to choke you.
Because
Yeah.
you want to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to watch it, exactly. All right, but now on some other.
But I got to get going. I got to take care of a couple things, Mara. But thanks for letting me on the stream. Your channel, you're going to be at 1,000 subs in no time. So congratulations. 800 something. I don't know. Blowing up, whatever it is. She's put out like 3 videos or something, 800 subs.
Pretty much.
But
People have nothing better to do than to watch my videos, so
that's true. That's the whole goal, is to have
Yeah.
no one has anything better to do. So that's what we want. But
Why don't you become a Twitch bot that's just like, don't you have $5 a month?
I know, right? $5 fucking dollars. I'm thinking about actually starting a Twitch.
if that question was directed to me, because I'm too smart to be a thought. So
Or, well, maybe you're not smart enough. It seems pretty easy to me. Just saying. But thanks for having me on. With that parting gift, thanks for having me on
that
stream.
part shot, that backhanded.
Yeah. But Steph, good to talk to you. Always fun to stream with you.
Mhm.
Why is your camera's not set to widescreen? It's like a square.
I don't know.
I bet if you hit cam mic settings, I bet you can change the camera resolution.
What's up with all the mansplaining?
Well, yeah, I'm just like
I don't care.
Change the camera one.
just a big F you as I leave. But thanks for having me on, guys. I'll talk to you
Why the
later.
fuck does your camera look that way?
I don't know.
Oh, right. All right, let's get on to some other. Do you want to check the chat while I get this up, please?
Oh yeah, there's this one is this is an animated movie for Lady Death.
Oh my God,
Supreme Heretic. So you mentioned you in
So-
the animated series. Steve is in the chat.
Hey, Stig.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Steph? Sorry.
They're a dick. You fixed it.
Here we go. So, now let's be honest, okay? I went and saw the Aquaman movie because I like DC Comics and I was excited to see this movie. Everyone else went to see this movie because this dude was like, you're trying to tell me men are not objectified as much as women. Fuck off. This dude here being shirtless made that movie $1 billion.
Hell
Let's be
yeah.
real. Let's be real about it. In the grand scheme of things, I thought Aquaman was a decent movie. I've said that it's the best Star Wars movie I've ever seen in the cinema. But let's be real. He sold that movie,
Oh, he definitely did. And his personality sold it as well. Now, we're talking about the animated series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that one of the showrunners of the animated series is behind that new Thundercats?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me see.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
That's
Victor
scary.
Cartwright. Yep.
Yeah.
He's
And-
an executive producer. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. If they make the Aquaman animated look like Thundercats Raw, all that thirsty crowd will leave and it will just be like, it'll go from Mara, me, and Steph watching it to just me watching it being like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. And also I think another executive producer is behind the Teen Titans as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that when you brought up the Thundercats, I saw the Teen Titans there too. So I hope not.
I hope not. I mean,
Should not do that to
But keep in
Aquaman.
mind, this is HBO Max.
Yeah,
HBO has
it does
They
give me
sh- they
it does give me
shouldn't-
pause, but it's HBO Max and it's changed.
It's HBO Max, but also
same
like
one
the
as
Cartoon
well.
Network too. Like they
Well, yeah,
put out
but it's
adult
James
stuff with
Wan.
like some
It's
some
also-
shitty animation too.
I
But
think James Wan is tied to it, so I don't think he'd let anything like that happen to.
I hope not. I hope, because when I read that, I was like, "Oh shit!"
So if anything, they're like
Working hard.
producers, which means that they just handle the money. So I'm hoping that like there's nothing creative from them. It's more or less like, oh hey, we have this money to make these episodes? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then like hire another team for actual creative part of it. And I have a little bit of faith in James Wan. He hasn't
Mhm.
really disappointed me with anything. So
All right. Well, what about this
We'll
part then? The 3-part Aquaman series will be aimed at kids and families.
well, I mean, like you could argue
That's what
that
gave me
Star
pause.
Wars is aimed at kids and families
That's
as well.
what gave me pause when I saw that one of the showrunners was from the Thundercats thing. I was like, "Ooh, kids and family animation." Yeah, it's on HBO, but like in the mornings on HBO, they have a lot of kids cartoons. So
Okay. All right. I get where you're coming from. I'm going to try to remain optimistic now. Like, I don't know, just DC animation, majority of the time is good. Like they have a very good track record. I get where you're coming from, Steph, and quite frankly, I think you're right. But I just want to remain like, come on, please. All right, animated.
if it was like an animation movie, then I would be more optimistic. But because it's a 3-episode series, it's giving me a little bit of pause. Just a little bit of pause.
No, that makes sense to me. All right, animated miniseries Aquaman, King of Atlantis. Produced by the director of the 2018 movie, James Wan, Australian, by the way. Happy Australia Day. Happy Australia Day to everyone in the chat.
Eventually, we'll get back into the article.
Lethal down in that beer like a boss.
Is heading to HBO Max. One will executive produce the 3-part series, which picks up just as Aquaman takes over as King of Atlantis. So, right where the movie ends.
Yeah.
Here's the noticeably family-orientated official synopsis. Produced by Warner Bros. Animation, the series begins with Aquaman's first day on the job as King of Atlantis, as he's got a lot of catching up to do. Okay. If I was king, there'd be a lot of catching up to do. Wink, wink. Luckily, he has his 2 royal advisors to back him up, Volko, the scholar, and Mera. See what I mean by catching up? Mera. The water-controlling warrior princess, like Xena. Between dealing with the... blah, 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 blah. Between dealing with Surface Dwellers, elder evils from beyond time, and his own half-brother who wants to overthrow him, Aquaman is going to have to rise to the challenge and prove to his subjects and to himself that he's the right man for the trident. Okay, so far that doesn't sound overly family-friendly. Oh, back off, you shitty ad.
So
HBO Max head for original content, blah, blah, blah. Okay. King of Atlantis will join streaming service selection of kids and family programming, which includes Looney Tunes cartoons, Adventure Time, Distant Lands, and Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty and Boondocks. All right, they're listed as well. Rick and Morty and Boondocks are not exactly kids' cartoons.
so I'm saying it's like kids and family, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be entirely kid friendly. It's going to be, I think, enough that parents won't exactly unsubscribe from HBO Max or not let their kids see it. So just enough.
Look what Stig said in the chat. That's what I think. He said the Aquaman show for kids, it's going to be watered down. I totally see that happening.
I mean, it could happen, but I don't want to make any like snap judgments until we actually see anything. So like the whole, and this is someone writing an article, so it's basically, I mean, do we actually believe everything that's written in this article? Do we believe the sources? Do we believe whatever the quotes that they use until I see an actual example of the animation that they're going to use? I'm not going to say, oh, it says kids and family programming. That means it's going to be dumbed down.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good, but it just gives me a little pause, just a tad bit of pause.
Which
I have an alternative here. We get a jelly pool and you two wrestle, and the winner has the definitive point. Okay, but anyway, quite frankly,
look at him. He's sandwiched between us.
I would say that the Aquaman movie was kind of kid friendly, to be honest.
It was, yeah.
So I'm saying
it was. It wasn't critically acclaimed. It wasn't like the best movie, but it was entertaining. Especially for families and kids. Yeah, definitely. But is the cartoon going to be even more family friendly? Do you know what I mean?
I get you. But the fact that it's listed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Personally, just because I see it being listed with Rick and Morty and Boondocks, that's kind of making me think,
I mean, my part is the animation part. Like, what is it going to look like? That's the part. That's the part that's giving me pause. Is the animation part, not the story or whatever. It's the what is it going to look like?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm waiting to see. So, basically kid friendly. And for kids and for families does not necessarily mean it's going to be dumbed down animation.
Yeah, like the subject matter, I'm sure it'll be great. I'm just worried about what it's going to look like. That's what I'm worried about. Mostly.
Okay, do you think that maybe what are the chances of it looking like current DC animated movies where they do that? I don't want to say it's going to be like completely New 52, but you know how they do that New 52 style. Like that type of animation, it might look like that, which is pretty clean, really.
That is clean, yeah. That's not bad. I just don't want it to look like fucking Thundercats.
Oh yeah.
or even the what are they called? I just said it. Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. Yeah.
Teen Titans Go. You know what? I'm going to cop a bit of flack for this, but Teen Titans Go is nowhere near as bad as what everyone says.
It's not, and I loved the Teen Titans Go movie.
Yeah,
but that's not Aquaman.
Yeah, I get you. Teen Titans Go has good satire, though. It has some.
Oh, it does. I love it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, okay. Beyond one, it isn't clear if anyone else tied to 2018's Aquaman will join the anime series. This person is particularly interested to see who will sign on to voice the leading role, famously portrayed by Jason Momoa.
Well, I'm pretty sure, like Henry Cavill, he'll do it. He won't hold out because he's
Henry Cavill.
Jason Momoa. I'm saying like Henry Cavill, they'll Momoa.
Right.
He'll hold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
I could totally see him voicing the part. Like I'm not going to let anyone else voice Aquaman. It's going to be, Yeah.
Heard even going to be in it. Right, because of all that drama that's going on around. I wonder if she'll even be in it, man. It's quite funny. You look at this picture, and here's 2 reasons for both genders to go see the movie.
That's like another topic, is that if they keep Amber Heard as Mira. I think that's I hate the cancel culture, and I'm not about to say that she should be fired because of that. But at the same time, you have 45,000 signatures from people who don't want her to play Mira in the second film.
How many does Brie Larson have?
So
now, why? I guess
for Brie Larson nearly ruined a man's career.
That's very true.
She sucked just as a character. Amber Heard, on the other hand, weaponized Me Too and nearly ruined a man's life.
Yeah, but Johnny Depp, I don't know. I listen to the stuff between going on her and Johnny Depp, and I sit there and thinking, you two are perfect for each other. You're both fucked.
I'm not saying
you're a raging alcoholic and you're taking shits in the bed. You are just.
I'm not saying it's entirely on her, but she weaponized that movement, and I'm thinking this is probably 2 people that got volatile in their relationship, and she used her advantage.
See, this is what people would call relationship goals.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm keen for the animated show. The fact it's on HBO Max sounds pretty cool to me. It's listed with Boondocks and Rick and Morty, so I can't imagine it being overly family friendly.
Yeah,
technically, the movie Aquaman is family friendly. Technically, I mean, it's not like Witcher where there's tits and sex and monsters and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the idea. I like the idea. I'm just gonna sit back and wait and see what they do with it.
Well, I'm confident. It'll be good, but that's just me.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why I'm saying I'm waiting to see.
Thank you, Tug. Depp is not innocent either. They're both trash. They're both trash.
Yeah, they're both trash.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's like you have that situation where it's like with Brie Larson, it was just because she said stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this situation with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. So it's I think a different beast in itself. So
but I do like her as Mary.
It's like one of those tight ropes you have to walk. So I don't know.
I really wish people would just leave celebrities' personal lives out of their projects. I don't know. That's just my thing.
Yeah, I get that, but it does get to the point where it's I'm fully with you, but I can see how some things would make people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like
moving forward something that I don't know. So I don't know.
During Predator, when what's her name? The fucking really, really hot chick. She played Olivia Munn, where it turns out one of the dudes on the set was like a registered sex offender or some shit, and she was kind of like, well, I would like to have fucking known that. I get that. That makes sense.
I knew it.
Yeah.
You knew what?
I'm going to share this picture with you, Letha. I knew he was going to do something with that. I knew it.
Put it on the screen.
Oh, it's on my phone. I'm gonna send it into the chat.
All right. I think she's got a meme. Right? What are the people saying?
I can send it to him. I can DM him.
If Depp didn't get fired from Facebook,
okay, I DM'd you.
All right, let's bring it up. On the twat.
I knew they were going to do something with that. Jesus.
What's FB? What's FB? What didn't he get fired from?
I don't know. But there's me getting into some dildo action.
Yeah.
I was like, when you were doing that, I was like, oh, he's just giving ABC fuel right there.
Here's one for you, Lethal. I'll send it to you.
Are so good, at photoshopping, at actual photoshopping. ABC could actually do proper digital design. He could.
Oh no!
Here's one for you,
oh my god! Are you sending him the other one?
All right, let's have a look.
Yep.
Oh,
Fantastic Beasts. Okay.
Oh yeah, I need a screen share on this one. This is exactly what I was going to say. That is fucking hilarious. That is perfect, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get at that dong right there. Get at it.
Yeah.
Just how good he is at Photoshop. Like the fact that it actually looks like it's in my hand. He hasn't just
Yeah.
cut out my thumb or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like they are so good at doing these memes, at doing these Photoshops. They could actually, do proper graphic design. But at the end of the day, if it's not a rainbow dildo, it's not really that funny. And I respect that from these people. They have their morals, their codes. It's like, yeah, I could create a proper movie poster, or I could put rainbow dildos in people's picture. I respect that so much, man. That this is funny. This is really, really funny. In fact, I'm going to save the image.
I know Tug said that if he wasn't fired from Fantastic Beasts, he shouldn't be fired from Aquaman, and I agree.
Yeah.
He also was technically fired from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, that was
when all that broke. So they weren't going to use him anymore. They were finding ways to get rid of his character. So
Yeah, but Pirates was in their 10th movie? I don't know.
yeah, but it's like one of those where it's like you can't have Pirates of the Caribbean without Jack Sparrow. He basically made those movies, and he just about lost that income, that what he was part of, because of what she did. So technically he wasn't fired from Fantastic Beasts, but technically he was fired from Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's all just like,
So,
oh my god! If you're going to get drunk, shit in each other's bed, and punch each other out, go for fucking gold, but don't let it affect my movie. I really don't care what you do.
That's what I'm
Hollywood
saying.
weirdos. Hollywood weirdos. I don't care what they do. They're all weirdos. Every single one of them is a freak. That show The Boys, when he comes up to him, he goes, "Do you really want to see what superheroes do?" It's the same shit with Hollywood. They're all weirdos, man. If there's not some fucking blood orgy gangbang going on, it means they're killing homeless people or doing something fucked up, man. They're all freaks.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that he's an alcoholic and she likes to shit in his bed. I don't know. It's probably a weird sex thing they're doing that at the time was essential. And now because they had a hissy fit, she wants to, get billions of dollars out of him. And he's saying stuff like, you gave me fucking HIV and ruined my dong. And it's just this weird back and forth, man. And it never ends with these people. And let's be honest, Pirates of the Caribbean are not good movies.
No,
I'm saying, but most people associate him with them. So you say Pirates of the Caribbean, the first thing they'll think of is Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
So
the chick that wears the tight dress that makes her boobs pop out.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
A corny old dude that probably hasn't washed his ball sack in 6 months because he's been living out on the ocean, or some hot girl wearing a tight dress that makes her boobs pop out.
She was only in the first 3, and he was in 5?
Well, I'm only going to watch the first 3 then. I think I've only seen the first 2, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen the last 2.
Aren't they rebooting Pirates anyway? They're gonna turn Jack Sparrow into some fucking chick or some shit.
Is it Jane Sparrow now?
Jane Sparrow. Hi, I'm Jane Sparrow, and I'm the captain of this pirate ship filled with 100 men out at ocean where I'm the only woman. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh no, she would have an all-lady crew. What are you talking about?
You can't have an all-lady crew.
She would have an all-lady. They would do that.
They would
do that.
What happens if the boat goes down?
They would do that.
When I was
all-lady crew.
Well, if the boat goes down, women are basically equipped with natural flotation devices. So.
Nah, that's not true. Only if they're fake. Only if they're fake. But I remember, you could not have an all-female crew on a pirate ship. You just couldn't. It's not going to work out. They're all going to.
Here you go, Lethal.
Will Gently. No, sorry, Lethal, but no. She's not the first thing. Even salty, balded old men can think of when you say Pirates of the Caribbean. Nah. Will. You know what I mean? You cannot have a pirate ship filled with women. It's just not going to work. No. Sanitary devices, constant arguing.
No, I'm not disagreeing there.
Yeah. We're just saying that it wouldn't surprise us if Disney put something like that out.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise us at all.
Yeah.
If you're going to have the captain of a pirate ship be a woman, she better be a freaking Amazon with arms as big as me, man, because You know what dudes do to dudes out on ocean when they get
You
alone?
know who it would be? It would be Keira Knightley. I don't know how to say her last name.
Nightly, yeah.
Knightley.
What's
Yeah.
Keira Knightley?
It would be her.
Was in the Phantom Menace and claimed that their mothers, Natalie Portman's and her mothers, couldn't tell them apart when they were in makeup.
Or who is?
Oh, wow.
Which one was in Pirates? Was it Natalie Portman?
No.
It was Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley, but Keira Knightley was
Oh,
also in
Knightley's the
Phantom Menace.
what I was talking about. So I couldn't even remember her name.
Yeah.
I just remembered her dress.
Yeah. And it looked so much like she said that their mothers couldn't tell them apart when they were in the makeup.
Oh, you can definitely tell them apart now.
Oh yeah, you can tell them
Yeah.
apart now, but like 20 years ago, no.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, right. Well, that's enough of that one. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Pirates is not good movies.
No, I mean like they're like cheesy fun movies. They're not like exactly good movies.
I saw the first one when I was a kid and I enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
to me it's just whatever. It's like, oh, there's another Pirates movie coming out. I'm like, rock on, man. You do your thing.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's the point they're at now, where it's like they're trying to make a franchise out of everything, and not everything can be a franchise.
Yeah. Totally.
Will has a
Like,
fantastic
three movies was
counter
enough.
argument.
Make it a trilogy. That's it. It ended perfectly in the third movie. It was fine.
Will has a fantastic counter argument that I think one of you should address.
If the boat goes down, then the women would know what to do. They're all well practiced at going down.
I mean, I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
His logic, his
Can't
logic
argue.
is sound.
I mean,
So.
it is what it is, right?
His logic is sound. You know, he's fought this one through. Nobody could tell them apart in the makeup.
Yeah.
They were fucking identical.
Yeah,
I
not
think-
even the
Yeah.
most part. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Imagine how awkward that would be. You're like, come on, get in the car. We're going home. Who the fuck are you?
Oh yeah, that's what happens.
And then you'd get someone like Steph would be like, I don't care if you're Natalie or Kira. It doesn't make a difference. By the time I'm done, we're going to be calling you Stephanie.
All right, I think we covered everything with Aquaman. I'm not gone the Pirates of the Caribbean. So, I mean, did you want to talk about the Green Lantern news, Batman
Oh,
news?
yeah. Let's do some Green Lantern. You know, keep on the subject of animation. Hey,
Yeah,
I'll bring it
sure.
up. Give me a minute.
Let's get off of Pirates of the Caribbean, please.
Well, we've been trying to do that for like 10 years, haven't we? All right.
Yeah.
So, Green Lantern HBO Max series details teased. Ooh, nice. How do you feel, Steph, about the idea of a Green Lantern animated series from HBO?
I'm not mad at it. I'm pretty excited about it. I thought it was going to be live action. It's not. It's animated.
Is it animated or live action? I'm starting to doubt
I
myself.
thought it was live action because I saw that the guy that plays Diggle on the CW Arrow, that he
Yeah.
was really excited about it, but he hasn't been picked up to play. It's gonna to play any of the characters or whatever.
It looks like
but-
it's going to be live action because it doesn't say animated in the article that I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, must have jumped the gun on that one. I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing it up with something.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm mixing it up with that strange universe they're doing. Okay, HBO Max head of original content, Sarah, I don't know, something, revealed to the TCA press, scored some details about the upcoming Green Lantern series from the soon-to-launch streaming service. It's going to span several decades and focus on 2 stories about Green Lanterns on Earth, as well as one in space going into the Sinestro story. That sounds fantastic to me.
Yes, it does.
And the programming boss Wednesday blah, 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 said the programming boss. Okay. All right, Wednesday, blah, 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 blah. Sinestro is a former Green Lantern Corps member who was dishonorably discharged for abusing his power. He's the arch enemy of Hal Jordan and the founder of Sinestro Corps, blah, 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 blah. Okay, crap.
Yeah. Yeah, we all remember the Green Lantern movie, but I think like this
Oh,
series could work. A
it
series
could. I like that it's on HBO, because it's set in space, so they would set aside the budget for it, So I do like that.
Yeah.
Um,
as long as they don't make the outfit CGI. That's all I
would,
care about.
as long as they what?
Don't make their outfit CGI. That's do that.
No.
Don't do that.
I would love it if what's his name? David something. something or other. That's in the Arrowverse. He
Okay.
plays
All right.
John Doe.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would love it if he would come over and play one of the two lanterns that they're going to focus on in the show. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And, that would just build the DC universe even more,
Well, I love that
because we already had like Ezra Miller come into
Oh,
the
God.
CW show.
Yeah.
And they've also hinted like on the CW shows, like they've hinted at his character eventually becoming a lantern.
Yeah, they've been
A lot.
for years,
They've
man.
hinted at it a lot. So like
Oh, God.
Mary, do you want to? No. Sorry, not Mary. Mara, do you want to explain what's going on with this photo?
I really don't want to explain what's going
All
on.
right, Steph, you want to explain it, please?
No. It's Mary.
Oh, you got it then. 'Cause
Mary
I sent
made a
it to you.
face and said, like, like she was going to do it so What an Ass could get a shot of it. And now, like, he posted a picture of Ryan in another chat that
Yeah.
ABC took, and we get this lovely gem of a picture
Mhm.
of him.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Here
It's
you
nice.
have,
Mary's like, take it.
you have the submissive Ryan opening his mouth to accept Mary's punishment in the
Mhm.
form of a rainbow dildo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He wishes to please Mother Mary.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's like, ooh,
Yeah.
give it to me.
Yeah.
Pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, do you know what I've said for a while now, and I think Green Lanterns can kind of do its own universe and be completely separate from everything, because there is so much lore to Green Lanterns.
Well, there's so many Green Lanterns that they could work with, and it spans over several decades. So it's not without enough material that they could pull something like this off.
Mhm,
Yeah, I
definitely.
agree. Like, Green Lanterns, you could do that. Hypothetically, Green Lanterns could have its own cinematic universe if it really wanted to. Like, there is enough material to work from. Well, there is. You can do like you could do like Red Lantern. You can do like the Sinestro Corps. You could do like Black Knight. You can bring the same Walker, the Star Sapphire. Like, there's just so much.
There's a lot to work with. There is a lot to work with, and that's why I say I love that it's going to be on HBO, because I feel like with what they did with Game of Thrones, besides the story ending, I'm just saying, but the way it looked, and like the CGI on the dragons and everything, I'm really interested to see what they can do with this. So this is something that excites me. It doesn't give me pause. They would have the budget and everything, so I'm here for it.
I'm with Steph. I'm all in. I'm all in for this one.
I'm ready, because like right now I do have Disney Plus, but I got the free service because I'm a Verizon customer, so I'm basically using it for the year and then just getting rid of my subscription at the end of the year. So right now I just have Netflix, and I'm willing to basically get another streaming service with HBO Max if they put this show out. This show and any other like good DC related stuff.
I'll tell you what, there's one true selling aspect to this streaming service. Can I please go big screen?
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. How do I do that? Like, make you big screen. What the hell? Damn it.
Fucking boomers.
Shut up. How do I do this?
There's an image. They click the right square on my picture.
All right. There it goes.
If you want to sell HBO Max to potentially over 1 million people instantly like that, it's very simple. All you got to do is release the Snyder Cut. That Snyder Cut comes out on HBO Max. You want how many people?
Yeah.
How many people will sign up instantly?
Yeah.
Outright instantly, just to 1, support the Snyder Cut movement, 2, see the freaking movie, and 3, just to show you the power of fans. That's all you got to do. You put that Snyder Cut on HBO Max, you can fill it full of fucking pictures of Ryan getting dildos put in his mouth by Mary as much as you want. But if you put that one spot where it's the Snyder Cut, you put that in there, I'm signing up for a year instantly, and I speak for like well over 100,000 people when I say that. And this is a very expensive streaming service. It is the most expensive streaming service, but HBO does have very high quality content. So you put that Snyder Cut out there, and you make millions.
Yes.
Yeah, they will.
Instantly, like that.
I said
Wake
I'm
the
ready
fuck
to
up.
do it.
Release the Snyder
Yes.
Cut.
Yes.
As I said, I'm ready to. I'm like, I have Netflix now, but I'm ready to get another streaming service with HBO Max, and that's like one of the reasons. If they were to say, like, oh, like the call for release the Snyder Cut, we've heard you. We're not going to release it in theaters, but we're going to release it on HBO Max.
You can't tell me that it's going to cost too much to put it on a streaming service. If you're going to put it in a cinema, if you're going to sell on DVD, and you're going to do all that printing stuff, yep, 100%. But
Do it. Take off your shirt. No, he can't take it off. We made him put it on.
We made him put them on.
We made him put it on.
This time.
So
But to put it on a streaming service, that ain't going to cost anything, man. Come on.
No,
Come on.
I'm saying it's like it would cost them like nothing to put it on the streaming service, and they would get like you have the thousands of people that are calling for release of Snyder Cuts, and then you have like the millions that would subscribe already to HBO Max who would see it.
yeah.
So
Yeah. And you know what would be amazing is, they have some Green Lanterns in the Snyder Cut.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That would lead perfectly into the Green Lantern series.
like we were supposed to see
Perfect.
100,000 is not a
Perfect
poll for an instant
leeway
drop.
into it. Perfect.
we were supposed to see some Green Lanterns, and we were supposed to see Martian Manhunter, or at least he was thinking about putting him in there. And I'm like, you have those things that you could tie into Zack Snyder's cut.
Man, there's so many memes lately.
Oh wait, what other? Oh my god! Look
yes.
at look in the Coder chat, Steph.
Just bombarded with memes.
I don't want to know why you're putting your finger in Ryan's mouth.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Nice. Did you share it with Lethal? I'll share it.
Did
I got
Warden
it.
Matt send it to you?
I got
send
it.
it to him.
Oh, he likes it. Look at his face.
Yeah.
He just lit up.
This is actually surprisingly accurate.
Yeah, there were lanterns, but like they were supposed to be more. Like they were supposed
Yes,
to.
they were supposed. Yeah, they were supposed. Yeah, it wasn't just a quick shot of them and then a ring flying off. There was supposed to be more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here is another wonderful meme.
This is actually pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing to say about that. I honestly thought that one was public.
No, I don't know if it's public or not.
Is this news to you, Stephanie? Oh,
What?
I thought everyone knew. My bad. Yeah, this is true, everyone.
Yeah. Well, we had a feeling, and it was just confirmed. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool.
I think I don't know if there's any too much more we can say about that topic. Really,
other than I saw an article, and I think I already mentioned it, but yeah, the actor that plays John Diggle on The Arrow, he's really, really excited about this show, and he really wants to play a character on it. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be mad at it if he could, because Arrow is they're in their final season this year.
Okay.
So they only have a few episodes left, and yeah, he would be perfect for that show. I really love his character.
And Apollo, I did check out Discord, so yes, I saw the memes. Can't exactly comment during my live stream on them. But yeah, I think the last thing that we were going to cover, at least a little bit, was the Batman news that I found today. And that's a possibility of seeing his suit and the Batmobile, how it's going to look in the new movie.
Yeah, I'm all for that, man. There's been the rumors that it's going to have a slightly more blue vibe to it, which I think is going
to be a suit that he makes himself. So he's not going to have the help of Lucius Fox.
Very cool. I'm not mad at that. I would like to see that. Yeah.
It's like a year one.
As well
I was just about to say, yeah.
as well as the Batmobile. It's like going to be like something that he makes, like using his own intellect to make, versus relying on Fox. As much as I like Fox's character, I would rather see this because it's basically Batman becoming Batman in a way.
I love this. This all sounds fantastic to me. Like the idea of him being like, it's just him. You know, like you have Alfred and all that at the moment, but like he doesn't have like the support structure. Like, think of Batman. You know, for someone that likes to work alone, he has a lot of allies. You know, like the Bat family is like not to be fucked with. You know, you got like Bruce down there building all these badass gadgets. He's got his Robins. You know, blah 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 blah. But the idea of it being like pretty much just him, you know, to start off with, you know. But it does kind of contradict with other rumors I've heard about how the villains are already established and all that type of stuff. So time will tell. But the idea of him having like an
like villains already being established. I feel like though they might be established, but like maybe like in their early stages of it. You know, like not fully formed yet.
Possibly, yeah.
Are they fully formed? I haven't.
The one that I saw was comparing it to Batman animated series, where it's just like, yep, there they are.
Oh.
So you'd have like him walk around the corner, fuck, it's Riddler, you know, something like that.
Yeah. Because I really love the way Gotham did it, how it was, we saw like just the early, I really don't know how Pattinson is going to follow about. Robert Pattinson's
he's a good actor.
Body of work right now is really good. Like you got to get out of, just forget about his whole Twilight thing. He really, really, really wants people to forget that he was in Twilight. That's why he stayed out of like, you know, mainstream movies and just did like really low budget indie movies for a while because he wanted to prove his acting chops. So when they announced that he was going to be the new Batman Bruce Wayne, I was all for it. Like I really love his acting skills. He's a good actor.
That's what my sister said because she saw Lighthouse and she said he was really good in that. And I think like people just need to let him get that Twilight albatross from around his neck.
Yes, like just.
Yeah, I am not the biggest fan of the Dark Knight. I think the Dark Knight's pretty overrated, but keep in mind, Heath Ledger was known as the gay cowboy before that movie.
Yeah, I'm saying
that's
it's like
very true.
Yeah. And one of the things I hate about you is like the teenage heartthrob. So when people asked, people were like, well, they were seeing that.
Yeah,
exactly.
How's that?
That is very true. And for him to step back into something as huge and mainstream as a Batman movie and knowing that he's going to get so much attention because he absolutely hated all of the attention that he got from the Twilight movies. He did not like it one little bit. So for him to come into this role, to actually accept and choose this role is really big for him. So he might still not handsome enough. I think he is. I think he is. He's a good-looking guy.
It's a young Bruce Wayne, and he'll grow into it, basically.
Yeah,
it's like
but for him to choose, like, the mainstream Batman, I mean, so many eyes on him, he has to know that he can do it and do it well. He has to know that he has the acting chops for it because, you know, he's such a private person. He did not like any of the attention that he got for the Twilight movies, and he's been trying to distance himself from the Twilight movies for so long. So
while the Twilight movies were going on, he was saying, like, I'm just doing this for money.
Yeah.
He was very public with that. But with the whole Pattinson not being handsome enough for Bruce Wayne, fair call. But I feel he's got like this vibe, like you look at him and then he just looks like someone that's kind of like Bruce Wayne is like one of the most fucked up people in the world. And you look at him and you're like, well, there's something. He's just got that ruggedness, that like young ruggedness.
Because I don't want necessarily a pretty boy playing Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
he's got to be kind of pretty. You know, like you got to remember, like girls are like, oh my god, it's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, but like kind of pretty.
He's just good looking enough.
Yeah,
to get away with being Bruce Wayne, and he's got the jawline.
Yeah. He's got the jaw
to wear the cowl.
Yeah, 100%. The ruggedness to Batman. So he basically is pretty enough that you could see him as Bruce Wayne, but then like I want to see him in the cowl. That's really what I want.
Oh, he's got the jawline for it. Like I've seen like people put like mock photos up of him, you know, where they put the cowl on him. It looks fantastic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
like I think could work. It's a young Bruce Wayne. It's a young Batman. It's based, at least from my impression, that it's supposed to be basically him becoming the Batman we know. At least I'm hoping that the villains aren't established because that would be very weird.
It
by
wouldn't
having
really line
Batman,
up with the whole
you
year
know.
one thing.
Yeah.
And
So-
I think like them putting out photos of him with the Batmobile, yeah, totally. I want to see that. I mean, that's one of the first images we got of Batfleck was him,
Yeah.
you know, in his bat suit in front of the Batmobile. So yeah, I mean, if they tease that,
I'm a big fan of Ben Affleck. Like Ben Affleck's like
so am I.
he's like a hero to me. He's like someone I actually idolize. And when he was announced for Batman, I was like, nope. And then
Everybody was like, no way. Everybody.
And then they showed that
Like
image
Ben
next to
Affleck
the
was
Batmobile,
like,
and I was,
yeah.
that's my
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, a lot of people, they were like, are you kidding? Ben Affleck? What?
Yeah. Well,
And
like,
then, he's just he towers. He just towers.
Like with
over.
Robert Pattinson, people were like thinking like Daredevil and his people. I think people pretty much have forgotten that Gigli movie or whatever the hell he did when he was
with Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, when he was dating
Yeah.
her. So people were like, when he was cast, like, you know, it was one of those two movies. People were like, really? Like you cast Ben Affleck to play Batman? But it's kind of like with Ryan Reynolds and how Orange Hat Reviews and one of the streams pointed out was that, like, you know, Ryan Reynolds played Green Lantern, didn't work out for him, moves to Marvel, plays Deadpool, and now people associate him with Deadpool.
Right.
Ben Affleck was Daredevil, and that was, you know, kind of mediocre of that adaptation.
It had some redeeming moments.
I'm not mad at Daredevil. Like it was
it was like one of those where
it
it's
was
like
a meh movie. I think Elektra just totally, and the music in that movie, and just like
wake me up inside.
Oh,
then, like, he moves to DC, and now he's Batman to people.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, totally.
That's why I'm like, I'm giving.
I'm crossing my fingers. That's what happens with Robert Pattinson. Is that people were like, oh god, he's the Twilight sparkly vampire guy, and then now this will, people will forget about that and just associate him with Batman.
That's really not a fair criticism to use against him. Oh, he was in this
It's
movie.
not.
And this movie fucking sucked. It's like, okay, take any actor, take your favorite actor. I can guarantee you they've done a shit movie at some stage.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's such an unfair criticism, especially considering all of his work since those movies. Those were just the last mainstream movies that he did. Well, I guess Water for Elephants, maybe. But, he did like a Martin Scorsese film, and I liked him in it. I really did. Was it Martin Scorsese? No. What was it? I don't remember. I can't remember.
He can do it. Like,
he's got the acting chops. I mean, I really think he does.
Judge based on like one or two crap movies. So I'm like, well, if you like actually watch an actress or an actor's repertoire of films, guaranteed, like Pickle said, you could pick out one or two shit movies that they did. Like Jennifer Aniston, people know her. She's a, I guess, relatively big actress still. She did the Leprechaun movie.
Yeah. I heard about that. I've never seen it, but
that was one of her first films.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly that good of a film. But she's well known today. So it's like, and I was just watching Ghoulies this weekend. And anyone who's seen Law and Order SVU knows Mariska Hargitay. She was in that. Not the best film, but you all start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's just not.
And for him to start, go from Harry Potter to Twilight, I mean, that's not that bad for him. He's got, money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everyone loves Heath Ledger Joker. Remember, he was the gay cowboy, getting some pipe laid in him in the tent. Remember that. You know, judge him on that, You look at it, man, everybody says, why so serious? You could look at him and say,
you know what?
sucked a dick in the tent.
I can't remember when I saw 10 Things I Hate About You. I don't remember when I saw it, because I think like it came out and then I finally saw it when I was like a little older. But I remember when he was singing that song on the bleachers and he smiled. I thought to myself, man, he'd make a good Joker. Like when I saw that way back when, and then he finally got cast as Joker, I was like, oh, yes.
Called it.
Called it. I knew it. He just has that smile, right? That smile. It's kind of like what's her name? Cameron Diaz. No, is
Yeah.
it Cameron? You know her
Yeah.
smile?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She reminds me of the girls that go, love that Joker. The Batman 89.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, she has like that smile, but like his smile, I was like, he would make a good Joker. And then he came out and played the Joker.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
that's
weird
awesome.
to say someone did a shit movie, hence they must be shit. And stuff.
I know. Don't judge him on that. I mean, I'm totally psyched for it. I think he'll do a good job.
Right now, I'm anticipating it, but I'm waiting to see the trailers. Like right
Mhm.
now,
Yeah.
we just have stills and we just have news, so it's really we can't judge off of those
Yeah.
Well, that's
until we
totally
see.
fair. But the
scenes from
idea of what you're saying of him with like making his own suit, making his own Batmobile before he's got like his whole posse behind him, that sounds
Mhm.
fantastic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there could be like a part in the movie where he's looking at his car and he was like, I need someone. Like,
Yeah, that's what this article
Yeah.
is going into. That it's basically, like I said, him becoming Batman, him making his own stuff, and then possibly realizing I'm going to need some help.
Yeah, like what if he's
And
going
then
to fight and he gets
birth of
stabbed
Batman,
and he's like,
like-
holy shit, like this isn't going to cut it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a fucking knife hanging out of me. You're like, come on, man.
Yeah. And then we see
They
kind of
need
like the birth of like his support system, his network.
Yeah.
And
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I can't wait for it. I'm excited.
$2 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leprechaun was a strange horror dark comedy series. Yeah, it started out fine, and then just got weird because you had Leprechaun in space near the end. Like, it's kind of like Jason in space level weird.
Look at Will's comment. Bring that up. Well, look at sports. Every world class player has had multiple games where they underperform, so you can't judge them off one game or one actor by one film.
Boom.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Exactly. Are we just going to turn around and say Shane Warne was not the greatest orthodox spinner of all time? Fuck off, mate. Are you going to tell me that Ricky Ponting is not the greatest captain Australia cricket has ever had? Fuck off, mate. It's just not going to work like that.
Yeah, everyone has an off day. Everyone has, so it's, and every actor or actress has an off film.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, it's not even the actor's fault. Like sometimes there is some god awful acting, even from people you really like. But there's like Daredevil. I don't think Daredevil was Ben Affleck's fault.
No,
there was a lot wrong with that movie,
Mhm.
and
yeah, it wasn't just Ben
it was
Affleck's fault.
decent as Daredevil. It's just the whole movie was kind of crap.
Yeah.
the whole,
I hate that part.
yeah. Like,
To be fair, I don't really like Jennifer Garner as Elektra. So
On her movie, oh my god.
Yeah.
her movie was horrible, wasn't it? That whole Electra spin-off. It wasn't as emo as the Daredevil one, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I rewatched that movie about 4-5 years ago, I reckon, and just thinking like, this is so emo, man. Like,
Kind of
everything about this, but that scene with the Evanescence playing,
Mhm.
oh,
No, I know. It's so
Okay.
cringe.
You want to break lethal thinking about that, basically. Like,
and what's funny? Like Evanescence. What's the name of the chick from Evanescence?
yeah,
Evanescence.
I know the Evanescence. Yeah,
No, the actual chick that the band's called.
No, yeah, I know, but you're saying it wrong.
yeah, it's Evanescence.
It's my accent. Stop making fun of me.
I don't know what her name is.
Well, she's actually a really good singer.
She is a very good singer.
She's
Yeah.
a very good singer. Like that song, My Immortal. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I have it. I mean, I had one of her CDs, and I think that she's phenomenal as a singer, and I overall like that group. But for that movie,
What about ABC? He's got a good point, and ABC's got a great point. And I saw Inya. I saw my boy Inya in here. What up, Inya? What about Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves?
I really liked Constantine.
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves.
I thought that was actually
I liked him, but I like animated Constantine, and I do like that same actor that voiced the animated Constantine is on, had his own Constantine show,
Mhm.
and is also was a part of like the Legends and on the CW. I like that guy. I probably like him more than the Keanu Reeves version of Constantine, but I didn't mind the Constantine movie. I didn't mind it.
I thought it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Could have been better, but it was all right. Keanu's good in it, no, but yeah, it all comes back to the same point. It's so what? He did Twilight. He made fucking billions of
There you
dollars
go,
doing
Lethal.
Twilight. It's me accent. Piss off, yeah, Joker. Fuck you. Man. It's just upset because I was trying to get another stream to play Fabio in the music in the background. Do you two like Fabio?
No, what? No,
You don't like Fabio? How can you not like
No.
Fabio?
not my type.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, we'll play some Fabio as the stream ends.
I only know the guy, so I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Fabio After Dark.
Oh
Fabio.
God, I really don't. I'm scared to know what he's going to play. But anyway, I think like we've covered just about every topic we were going to cover, as much as we could. So I think it's been about about 2 hours, give or take. So I think we'll just start wrapping it up here. And any other news that comes out. Okay, what are you sharing now?
Hold up. No, I'll share it as we end. It's all good.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna wrap it up here. So, Steph, just let people know where they can find you and all about your YouTube channel.
Yeah. My name is Stephanie. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. All of the same username, My Nerdy Home. I talk about Star Wars, pop culture every Sunday. So like tomorrow, I talk about news for the week. We do makeup. It's makeup and media. Kind of hang out with me while I put my face on. And I have some guests in there. And we just talk about, kind of like we did today. Talk about stuff that I missed during the week. But yeah, mostly do Star Wars, DC, some Marvel, whatever comes out with Marvel news, and reaction videos. But, yeah. Oh, and you can find me on the Drunk 3PO channel as well.
No one cares about that. I'm joking.
And Lethal, where can they find you?
Not on Drunk's channel. I like Drunk. Yeah, Lethal Lightning. I'm on Twitter, Discord. Me and Mara have a Discord with Brandster. Yeah, and pretty much on the YouTubes. Got 2 channels. One's a bit more comic book focused. Gonna be working on that one a little bit more. I might change up my strategy with that because I actually kind of have a little bit of a plan with that one as opposed to this one where I kind of just do whatever I want to do with that. So yeah. So I'll put the link to. Yeah, cool. Now I'm gonna get some Fabio ready.
Oh my God.
I get a screen share.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, you can. This is like good send out music, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Come on, Mara.
Yes.
Keep going. Don't let the Fabio stop you.
Buongiorno.
You're weird.
You don't like Fabio?
And I'm very
No.
interested in what makes romance work.
Oh my God.
I want to share with you my recipe for a perfect evening. An evening.
I thought, honestly, everyone in the chat, I thought she was going to talk over this and it wasn't going to be as weird. But
It became weird.
Yeah, it became weird. It became weird. Okay, I'm going to end it right here because I don't want to
Music
explain
is the most important thing.
So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming by. And we'll be doing this
When I
in
play
the
a
near
special
future. I'll
song,
work out the
it's
schedule
very
for the
important
new book
because
club. I
I can
believe meets
express what I
next
feel
Saturday,
so
week from
perfectly.
today. So we're going to have to figure this out. So until then,
Song
good night,
is
everyone.
for me when I
Lethal,
cannot
you're
put my
weird.
feelings
Bye-bye.
into words.
Fabio.
I listen to a solo.
Oh my
and I think
God.
of